Hey, we have new Temple of Chaos, so let's look at what we're working with. Right now I'm rank 49 in Europe, which is just day 2, so we can expect the scores to go up significantly in the following 5 days. But anyways, I'm gonna share some things that I tried that might be useful to some of you. Now, as you can imagine, most of these scores up here are going to be just abusing Deragron, the Fire Draken Warrior, in stage 3 just to get insane scores, just like what Seishizo did. Now, I do have Deragron, but right now he looks something like this. So he's not yet skilled up because I got him like 3 days ago. So in this video, I'm not going to be using Deragron, although I did use it for this score, but since then I managed to come up with an even better setup for stage 3, and that is what I'm going to show you right now. Basically, I got like 6.5 million in test, and that was very much suboptimal because we just had pretty bad luck with defense breaks on stage 3. So let's look at what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be mostly free to play. The only non-free to play monster that we're gonna be using is gonna be Shizuka. Are there replacements for Shizuka? You can probably get away with using Jade or Madeline here, but it is obviously just going to be a lot worse. So let's talk about the idea behind each of these teams. We're running out of free-to-play damage dealer options with this one. Ideally, instead of the Dalsim or instead of the Galleon, you would run the Fire Gojo. But just for the sake of this video, let's say that you don't have Fire Gojo. This is the next best thing that I was able to come up with. The idea is simple. The rotation goes something like this. We always have Galleon into Jean. That usually just kills the boss with 2 turns. And then Helia into Jamie. In the first few waves, it straight up kills, and then Dalsim kills again. And in later stages, Galleon into Jean is still going to kill. And in the later stages, the Helia Jamie into Kyle will usually also just kill in 3 turns this time. From my testing, this setup will work about as well as the setup that you would have if you used Gojo instead of the Kyle. And this is free to play, so win-win situation, yay! You can expect somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.1 million damage on stage 1, which is not that much, but remember, that's already enough to collect the basic rewards. But we're not here for the basic rewards, we're here for ranks, so let's look at some more secret sauce. Stage 2. We take the 2 monsters that deal the most damage in the entire game against this thing, except for Deragron, and we're just going to go Wahi as an attack buff, into twins, which are the defense breakers that do the most amount of damage. We are alternating between a defense breaker into a damage dealer, into a defense breaker, into a damage dealer. And usually here we kill once every 4-ish rotations, and in the last few rounds we do get hit a couple of times, but it's not really a big deal because the Sabrina can just place attack break and Wahi has a chance to apply glancing. So usually you don't die if the boss has either glancing or the attack break on it, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem either. We want to focus our best damage sets onto the Mina and Lucas, and we also want pretty high damage on the Shaina and Sabrina, so we have rage on both of them. And then Wahi is just a triple fighter. She also does kind of good damage, but only once every 4 turns, so we don't need that much damage on her. The stage 3 is probably the thing that people are going to have the most issues with. This is the setup that I came up with. This is one of the best setups to use if you don't have Deragron. We put up 5 debuffs with the Kali and Fedora, and then defense break with Homunculus for the first rotation, and then just nuke the boss with Bailigr. And in the second rotation, reset the buffs on Bailigr with Shizuka, and then nuke the boss a second time. Then we go for skill 3 on Homunculus, and then we once again put 5 debuffs onto the Bailigr with Fedora and Kali, and nuke again, and so on and so forth. Here is a recording of a test run in which I managed to do 6.3 million damage, and that was with a bunch of missed defense breaks, which especially in the 3rd stage kinda hurts the score. So with this setup, 6.5 million damage should be very doable. So if you want to check the teams in practice or see what types of runes I was running on all of these monsters, you can keep watching or pause whenever you want. Once again, if you like this type of content, hit the like button and let me know in the comment section down below the video. If you would like to see some more guides, you can consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions about any of these teams or about any other teams, feel free to join my Discord channel. The link to it is in the video description. That's it for the video, and see you in the next one.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never